This is my video response to Ahuvia.
Chris, what the fuck are you? Oh, right. I think this is when he was trying to become a woman, and I'd like to emphasize on the drawing part.
Who has apparently taken it upon himself to record his response without wearing his face optionally or leaving it out.
Dude, you're not fucking tough. Don't act like you're gonna do shit all knowing how much of a bitch you are.
So I'm just going to respond directly with a few of my own thoughts. First off, I am heterosexual. I am straight. That's just the way I am. It's not a have-to situation.
Holy fucking hell. Yeah, this is something that I can't even comprehend with. Have to. Wow, I am waiting for the day that when you say that you were gay. Not that fucking trans lesbian crap that's a fucking massive cop-out.
I've rarely seen it that way. I have at one point, but guess what? I've seen the other viewpoints, and they did not fare to me so much. They mostly grossly out.
Learn to fucking talk.
Therefore, that is what I am, and I am happy to stay that way, and I want to continue to be heterosexual.
Remember this video when you're turning into a tranny, shithead.
Well, I am happy with myself there. And I will admit that with other people, there are differences that I feel most uncomfortable about and around, such as, yes, gays, well, gay men anyway.
Oh god, are you serious? Are you that in the closet about your homosexuality that you're willing to do these mental gymnastics? God, you're a shithead.
I like lesbians.
Dude, you're the reason why women go gay.
Smokers? Definitely the smokers. Can anybody tell me why smoking isn't stupid?
Okay, I'd like to give you this point, but seeing as you're a judgmental shithead, I won't.
I don't think so. And just most other males in gender.
The sad part is that I can understand this as I was coming out of the closet myself, I was very homophobic and biased. However, there comes a point in time in your life when you have to come to terms with this. And I learned this when I was 15 years old. Dude, when it all boils down to it, it is written all over your face, and we can tell. Also, where the fuck does this hatred for men come from? The fact that there are men who actually have the ability to make women happy, that they have jobs, sex appeal, confidence, isn't a chicken tender eating meat. I get the fact that you have confidence issues. However, instead of working on that, you choose to hate on those who have their shit together. Guess what, fuckhead? You can never compete anyway with other men.
In general, because I get along better with women anyway. That's not really my fault. That's just part of my dang brain function with the missing links in my brain and whatever.
Oh god, that last part. The fucking grammar.
But that does not define me as an uncaring and cold-hearted person. I have empathy.
What the fuck? No, you don't. Maybe I... Oh, okay. I'll just let you finish, and I'll see where you're going with this point.
I can put myself in other people's shoes and see how they would feel if my responses into whatever situations.
Oh god, that response. You're a fucking liar. Do I have to go back to the damn last video I did? You clearly were not empathetic in the slightest. And if you were caring, then why the fuck did you hold Cole in a very uncomfortable position? What the shit that you did to Megan? And most importantly, anybody who you have hurt and or made fun of in that power fantasy wet dream of a comic that you created. Seriously, dude, you're not empathetic.
And yet while you may or may not have empathy as well, Ahuvia, I feel you to still be a typical non-understanding pig.
Look in the fucking mirror.
I would travel outside of the state or wherever if I could, but because A, I am on low funds, and I would get a job, but unfortunately, because of all the shit that's against me on the internet, between the hate-filled web pages that y'all trolls and cyberbullies have created against me, and the past videos that I was blackmailed and deceived and just plain forced into creating with such derogatory graphic smut and literal shit within them, it just makes it that much more difficult for me to be able to get a job. Because they do the background checks. They look on Facebook. They look on YouTube. They look everywhere. They don't just do criminal records anymore. Ask anybody.
Okay, this genuinely pissed me off. One, you have left the state when you had the prospects of getting pussy. Two, you can't fucking accept the fact that you were the one who started this fire. You were the one feeding the goddamn trolls. You were the one seeing these goddamn comments. And most of all, you are the one who keeps posting shit. It's not just YouTube either you do this. It's on Facebook as well. You see, Chris has been on the Book of Face as of recently and has been active there. Honestly, Chris, you are making it hard on yourself when you do this shit. Also, let's get this straight. You would never get a job in the first place. Seeing your dream is to be a house husband to a woman who you have a novel of demands for. So stop spreading the blame and eat the humble pie.
And I would travel if I could, but my parents are both old. My father is ill. He's sickly. He has feet bloatings. And he has ailments that doctors are unable to determine, and at this point he's now certified as a forced shut-in. He cannot get out so much because he feels so ill and sickly in his feet.
Well, now you just blamed your parents for your incompetence. Yeah, it's right somewhat, but not most of your fault, man.
And I do get out of my house. I go out here and there and everywhere, so don't tell me that I don't get out.
Hey, he responded to my criticism. You're still a fucking liar, though.
I'm free as a bird, and this bird you cannot change. Yes, that's from Leonard Skynyrd, and I like that song.
I dare you to go say that way how you said Leonard Skinner to a real Southern man or woman, and watch as your teeth get kicked in real fucking quickly.
And listen, I want you to listen to me here. I am all for equality, but there is a limit.
Oh God, what is your limit, shithead?
I do not want to be forced or intimidated into or bullied into lifestyles that I just not am of.
No one is fucking forcing you to do shit. What do you mean? Work? Live on your own? Take care of your mother? You could take care of your damn father, yet you used him as a fucking scapegoat and you're using a social security check, you son of a bitch.
Or feel comfortable around. And if this was a country where people would not feel forced to do anything,
like work,
then whatever. And yes, marriage should be between two happy people, regardless of gender or whatever. But I'm still gonna feel most uncomfortable around homosexual dudes.
One, we don't want you around us either. Two, you look like a ball of grease. Three, you're fucking disgusting looking.
Regardless. And just most other males in general. Hell, I probably won't even have a bachelor party because I don't know so many males. I'll probably be having a bachelor party mostly constituted with those within my congregation who I'm only acquainted with like one or two of.
What?
Hell, I would even appreciate having a bachelor party where I had all my gal pals come and hold it for me. I'd rather have a bachelor party where it was... Shoot, I'm trying to think of the word, well, anyway, with mostly women. Because I feel more comfortable around women. Platonic, that's the word I would use. The party would be platonic. Then likewise, if my bride had mostly male friends, I'd let her hang out with them platonically as well for her bride party.
Let's make this perfectly clear, you disgusting piece of shit. When you talk like this is a nail in the coffin of that damn dream of yours. Also, who the fuck are you to say who your imaginary wife can hang out with? By your own wishes, you're willing to sit around the damn house and raising a hell spawn and eating all the tendies, playing video games, and being a worthless member of society. One last part I want to mention is that the reason why you have no male friends in life, dude, is because you're a thin-skinned male bitch, and they would call you out in a fucking heartbeat. Yes, I am being extremely fucking cruel right now when it comes to this one. However, the fact still remains is that this guy needs to be called out on his shit, and I don't care if I'm being called cruel and malicious at this point. It's just that this is just bullshit in so many different ways.
And you know what? I don't care whether I get a bachelor party or not around the time I do get married. Because that's just me.
A bigot?
And I cannot be changed.
I'll remember this line, Chris. I really will.
So I would say, good luck being a fake woman because you'll never be able to achieve true femdom. And you'll always be a dang homosexual male because you were born that way. You're gonna stay that way pretty much, even if you have your dick either chopped off or tucked in.
What the fuck? Oh, now it's on, you son of a bitch. You say that the person who you are speaking with will never be a real woman, yet you look like a ratchet piece of shit with clothes that you got from the ghetto thrift store on 47th Street? Newsflash, you're an ugly fucking woman. Also, that line about empathy, you will never have it, seeing that you just blew it out of the fucking water. How dare you say that without knowing the consequences? But wait, you cannot be changed from being a homophobic, transphobic, racist, pathetic, sonic-loving, blow-up fucking moronic, pathetic, ignorant, worthless, dickless, spineless piece of shit that you are. You don't even seem to understand that the shit that you say is your downfall, and you blame it on society and males. You self-hating freak. You're a damn joke to the autistic community, and you're a joke in the LGBT community. I will be damned to accept you. Now, before you even say that I am a hypocrite, I never said that I was on a moral high horse in this shit. For me, a real, like, the trans stuff is a real gray area for me, and I know for a fact that it's hard to talk about without knowing the facts about the person or the situation. However, the problem with this fucking worm is that we know his facts because he does the job for us by documenting himself for a long fucking time. We can find out enough about him. And another thing, you say that you may get the surgery. Embarrassing that this is a self-fulfilling prophecy for you, you piece of fucking shit.
People are still gonna look at you so ill.
Oh, you mean like the way we look at you, Chris?
In the majority of this country.
Your bedroom is not the rest of the majority, you fucking worm.
Anyway, that's my response for now. Damn homo.
Okay, I wanted to do this off the cuff considering that, this is something that needs to be said. A few things I want to in fact bring out. It's that when I had said that I would not accept him into the LGBT community as myself, as my own personal acceptance, it's mainly because of the fact that I know what he's doing. He's doing this, becoming a lesbian trans woman, so he can actually find women, like girls that are really, really struggling with their sexuality, and use that to his advantage to get in the bed with them. If that sounds like a far-fetched theory, think about what Chris wouldn't do to have sex with a girl. Seriously. And it's like using the taboo subject of the of getting the dick snipped off or the veg taking the inside out. Um, that's a really delicate subject because you don't know the the psychological aspects of that person. So it's just like you necessarily can't make fun of them. However, when it comes to Chris's case, because of the quickie, because of YouTube, because of himself, even because this is the thing. Like I said in that one point, Chris did this to himself in so many different ways that we know what he's doing this for because the fucking world knows and the fucking world is watching him because he's too stupid to realize that he is a fucking ignorant asshole. And people are probably gonna be like, okay, then why? This is the first time he's done something like this. He's used stuff like 9/11, gay rights. He's said shit. He said so much nice, nasty shit about different people that he does not deserve to be stepped away from the criticism spectrum. He deserves to be made fun of. He deserves everything that he does get because he is a fucking monster. And the autistic community, I do feel bad for because there's a lot of people that say we hate the fact that he is like a representation towards people who see us. And I get it. I get the fact that it's you don't want somebody representing you that is a complete fucking tool. And the part that just irks me is that the fact the fact still remains is that he uses shit as a fucking crutch. And I may have made some comments about the family during this video, but I do believe that Barbara is the main reason why he is the way he is. Bob tried to make Chris a respectable man. because there were times that I think that there were times that he actually told Chris off and just said, "Stop doing this, and you've got to realize what you're doing is hurting people." I believe one of the times involving the infamous pickle suit incident, where Chris actually went on a date with with like with Bob and the girl, and Bob wanted to make sure that Chris would have been okay, and that's a sign of a respectable father. Now, if you ever looked into the Cole Smithy stuff, you would know that there are stuff that Cole had, that Bob has done that is incredibly fucked up, and it is something that is a good topic for another day. But Chris has used his father as a scapegoat, a crutch, and been using his social security checks as a means of currency for a while now. And it is kind of disgusting in so many different ways that I believe at one point he was saying that he would use his father's dead ghost to haunt you if you said anything mean about his family. I don't have a loss of words on that. Well, I'm just gonna wrap this up, seeing that I don't really want to keep doing this. Bottom line, Chris is a horrible human being. He deserves to be made fun of, and as he continues to make himself into a spectacle, he will be pointed and laughed at. This sounds incredibly mean of me, but it's true. He's the one. He's the one with the whip. He's whipping himself. He's the one controlling this fucking three-ring circus of shit. He's the one who is on this never-ending quest to find girlfriends. He's the one with the hypocrisy. He's the one who's doing all of this. If he wants this to stop, then he has to know when enough is enough. See you later, guys. Meanwhile, have a good night.